Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, hi, hello, my name is Katie, and for those of you who are not new, welcome back. So I didn't film last week, so this is yeah, it's been a week. I filmed, I guess 2 weeks ago from today. So if you're not following me on Instagram or if you're not subscribed, then you don't know. You didn't see the post that I posted, but basically the community where I live was hit with a flash flood last Tuesday, and we had not gotten a flood like that since 1996, and even that flood wasn't as bad as this one. My house in particular, we got 6 feet of water in our basement, so we lost our washer, dryer, hot water tank, and our furnace. And my parents unfortunately lost their car. And then on top of that, I caught a cold, so I got the remnants of a cold going on. So it's just been, I can't believe it's been a week already, but it's been a week. If you know, you know, it's just been a week. And I was thinking, I don't know what I want to film, because I have my birthday book haul, which is massive, guys. I'm not even prepared to do that video. Because the first part of the month was great. It started off great, and then it just went real fast. So I have my book haul, but that will probably be the first week of June's video. And then next week is going to be my TBR. So I'm like, what do I film today? I don't know. But I wanted to film something. So I was like, you know what? What I haven't filmed in a while, and I don't think I filmed this last year. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But I wanted to do some 5-star predictions of just some books that I've heard other people talk about that I'm like, yeah, it's going to be a 5-star for me, no doubt. Now, what makes a 5-star book for me? A lot of these apparently have to do with hurting me emotionally. That's what gives me a 5-star. If your book can totally wreck me, most likely it's going to be a 5-star. Even if it's an unconventional, non-traditional romance where there's not an HEA, I eat those up. Sometimes I want that more than an HEA. I want to hurt, and I want to cry, and I want to ugly cry. I want to Kim Kardashian ugly cry, right? So I feel like that's a lot of these books. Some angst, a lot of angst. So yeah, this is what we're going to do today. So sit in, get comfy. I don't know how long this is going to be. You know, I'm a talker. That's just how it is. Okay, the first book that I feel like could be a 5-star, if I ever get around to it, would be Full Tilt by Emma Scott. I've heard people talk about this all the time, and I keep putting it off. And you're going to hear that a lot. I do, if I know a book, look, I know me, and I know myself as a reader, and I know that if a book is going to be 5-star, and I'm going to like it, I'm going to put it off. I'm just going to do it. It's what I do. As a reader, it's what I do. But this is an older book. I don't know how old it is, but it's older. I don't know when it was published. But I think, let me get my Goodreads, because I'm not even quite sure what this book is fully about. And if you're not new to this channel, you know. Do I ever? But I've heard it so many times that I felt like I knew what it was about, but now I'm not too sure. Okay, so there's Full Tilt 1 and then 2. And is it a rock star musician romance? Yeah. She is torn between wanting to be a serious musician and the demons that lure her down the glittering but alcohol-soaked path of rock stardom. Okay. What does he do? What is he? Oh no. Is he dying? No! Wait, stop right now. I'm gonna love this book. I can't even tell you what it's about because I don't even know. It says that he knows his situation is hopeless, and he's vowed to make the most of the handful of months he has left to him. Is he going to die? Probably. I don't know. But it's got a 4.38 rating, right? You know it's going to be good. I just want to read it. I love to be emotionally scarred, so that's the first book. The second book is one that I have continuously put on my TBRs and just refuse to read it. I don't know why it is, because again, I think I'm going to love it. So I'm like, I can't read it if I'm going to love it. And that is Heartbreak Warfare by Heather Orgeron and Kate Stewart. I feel like I'm going to love this book. She is dusty, though. Woo! I need to dust my books. I feel like I'm going to love this book, but at the same time, I don't want to read it. I don't want to read it. Like, don't make me. This book is about our heroine who is in the army, and she goes overseas, and I think she becomes captive. She gets captive with another soldier, and I'm assuming they trauma bond because that's what we do. And she comes home and she's married and has a son, but she's not the same. Of course, why would she be the same? And all she wants to do is kind of like be with that guy because he understands her. I don't know if there's cheating in this. There very well could be, but I'm okay with that in books. In books. So I just want to read it, but I don't want to read it. Like at the same time, I don't, and I do. Why am I like this? I don't know. I really don't know. The next book is another book that I have put on my TBR before. I smell a theme. If I could smell, I'd smell a theme. That is The Lovely Return by Carrie Ann Cole. I do believe every book that I've read by her has been a 5-star. I could be mistaken, but I don't think I am. So I just know, I'm going to love this book, but I don't want to read it because once I read it, it's over. It's over. And then what do I live for? I don't know. Am I dramatic? Oh, sure. Do I realize that? Oh, sure. But it's who I am. So in this book, we are following our hero, and him and the heroine are married, and then she passes away. And about like 6 years later, this little girl starts coming to his house, and she's just very familiar. Like she knows the house. She's got very similar mannerisms to his wife who passed away. So this does have to do with reincarnation, and I'm just very interested to know, like, how is this going to play out, because it's a very big age gap. But like nothing's going to happen until she's old. Like, yeah, come on, okay? So I want to read it, and then I don't, and then I do. Oh, because I love these books. I love her books, but like, at the same time, I don't want to read it because then it's done and it's over. Oh my gosh. Why am I so terrible? But yeah, I definitely want to get to this at some point. I just don't know when. Okay, the next book I do not have. So let me grab my Goodreads here. Okay, so the next book is Leave Me Behind by K.M. Morinova. Now, I understand this is a book genre that I've never read before. So this is dark, which I have, but it's like a military romance, which I haven't. However, I have heard nothing but good things about this book. So I'm like, I gotta read it, right? So basically, if I'm not mistaken, which, I very well could be, they're both on like a special ops team. And she meets this guy. How does she meet this guy if they're both on a special ops team? There's a one-night stand. At least that's what it's supposed to be. Only she finds out too late that the dark and mysterious man she solely wanted as a flame is not only her new comrade, but also the one she dreaded meeting the most. Her immediate superior, an untouchable devil in the field. Okay. So it's like forbidden because like he's her superior, but also, okay. I don't know much about this. It's just got a lot of 5 stars. I lied. There's a 3-star. There's a 4. Okay. But it sounds good. It sounds good. So it's dark, military, something I haven't read. So I was like, could be a 5-star, like potentially a 5-star. So we'll see. The next book is The Fall Before Flight by L.M. Halloran. Okay, this book, I don't know what it is about me and like certain genres, but I love a good like taboo, doctor, patient, psychiatrist, patient romance. In real life, no. Okay, okay, so I'm a therapist. I would never date a client. That's just unethical. However, in my books, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. So in this book, we are following our heroine who goes to this, like, I guess, rehab facility called Oasis. And, like, she falls head over heels for her psychiatrist. And she's just like, I feel no feelings, but I feel something for him. And, like, on the back of the book, it talks about, like, she's like, maybe I'm a sociopath. He doesn't realize that I exhibit no feelings for anybody or have no intense feelings, but he wants to save me. And she's like, will I let him? And I'm like, probably, because this is a romance. But at the same time, I love myself some taboo crap, okay? I love it. I don't know why, but I do. So, and she has another book. And I think that one's like a therapist, not a psychiatrist, but a therapist, because they're two different things. If you didn't know, now you do. So yeah. 5, it has to be. Like, I refuse to let it be anything but a 5-star. It's a lot of pressure for the book, I know, but it has to be. Okay, the next book is so hyped for me. I am so not ready for this book. But it is Under Your Scars by Ariel Anderson. Oh, okay. Anytime I see this on TikTok, anytime I talk to people, like, in real life, they're like, you need to read this book because it is that good. It is that good that it emotionally drained them, scarred them. And I'm like, yes, please sign me up. Like, a volunteer's tribute. I need to read this book. I need to read this book. And do I know much of what it's about? No, I know it's dark. It's dark. Is it office romance? I don't know. Is he a serial killer? I don't know. I don't know because I don't want to know much going into it. All I know is that it scarred people. And that means it was made for me. So I need to read this book. And I got it for my birthday. So I have the physical copy over there. You'll see it during book haul. But just know that it's, you know, she's here. She's here and she's pretty. But I just, oh gosh, guys, this book, I want to read it so bad. You're like, why don't you just read it? Because I can't. Because I can't. One, I have to be physically in the mood to, like, cry. And two, like I said before, once I read it, it's done. It's done. Like, the anticipation's done until I find my next, like, I gotta read a book, right? So, that's my problem. I know. Okay, the next book is purely because Jen from Book Refuge said this book was good. I don't know if it's sad. I don't think it's sad or anything, but she just really loved this book, and it's called Worth the Fall by Claudia Connor. And this book, I think he's a firefighter. Now I don't know. He's a guy. He's a dude. And I think he's just kind of sworn off being in any kind of relationships. And he meets this woman on the beach, and I think she's got kids. I think she's a single mother. But, like, they just kind of, like, form this bond. And, like, he realizes that she's worth the fall. Like, get it? Like, falling in love. Guys, like, never read this author. I can say that about a lot of these ones. But just the way she was talking about this book made me want to read it. And the way, like, she made her feel, and we have similar tastes. So I feel like it's going to be a 5-star for me. I can't remember if she said this was, like, a 6-star read for her. She read it, I think she read it last year. But the way she was talking about it, I was like, yes, please, I got to read it. Give it to me now. So I bought it. I bought it on Kindle. I don't have, like, physical copy, but I did buy it. So we'll see when I get to it. Half the time I forget that I want to read these books. Because, like, I'm doing my TBR videos, and I'm like, what books do I pick? And then I'm like, I forget that, like, there's books on my Kindle because I'm looking at all my physical books. So, yeah, that's probably a problem. That's probably a me issue, but yeah. Okay, the next book is Something in the Way by Jessica Hawkins. This is book 1 is there 4 books in this? 3 books? I'm not too sure. But this is angst with a capital A and a capital Inkst. Okay, so in this book, we're following the heroine, and I think she's young when the book first starts, and she meets this construction worker or somebody who's, like, working on their house or working near her house, and, like, they form a friendship, but, like, he's like, no, I'm not, we're not doing that. But he falls for the sister the sister. And like, she's heartbroken because she's like, but also my sister. And let me tell you, from someone who has a sister, if that would ever happen, I don't know how I would react. I don't think my sister would ever do that because like, I'm very vocal when I like somebody. At least to my sister, I'm like, girl, like, you know, and we don't have the same taste in guys, so it would never really happen. But if it were to happen, Christina, I'm looking at you, I don't know how I would react, so you cannot blame me for what would come out of my mouth or the actions that I would do. I just know it would probably not be pretty. But this is definitely, I feel like this has got to be a 5-star. This is, this just sounds like angst. My type of angst. And again, why haven't I read it? Your guess is good as mine at this point. Like, I really don't know. Like, I could sit here and excuse myself forever, but I don't know why. And that girl has one plump bottom lip. That's probably not even a filler. She just got those are some plump bottom. Okay. Squirrel. Okay, the next book I own, but it's over somewhere, and I don't feel like grabbing it. That is Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin. I read my first Pam Godwin this year. I read The Hills Will Shiver in Shadows, and that book was so good. Oh my gosh, it was so good that I'm just like, I need to read more from her. Do I own the rest of the books in the series? Yes, I do. Have I read them? No, I haven't. That's beside the point. That's a whole other video. But Sea of Ruin is a pirate romance, which is another like subgenre I have never read before. And so many people are like, it's dark, it's pirates, it's one of my favorite books. And I'm like, okay, let's try this and see if I like it. I just think that I would. And I don't know if there's like a love triangle or cheating or something. There's 3 people involved. So more the merrier, right? I don't know. I just know that so many people have been like, yes, this book is so good, one of my top favorites. And I'm like, I gotta read it. So, potential 5-star. Fingers crossed that I will enjoy that one. And then the last book that I want to talk about is actually one that I started, and then I had to stop because I was sent an ARC. But that is Wait in the Truck. And I cannot remember who wrote this. It's 2 people, but the picture's right here. Okay, I can already tell you that it's on its way to a 5-star. This is dark cowboy, touch her and you die vibes. Like literally in the first 2 chapters, like touch her and die. It's beautiful. Like, I really hated that I had to stop this book, but I have to read the ARC. But it's on the road. It is on the road to a 5-star already. Like this, oh my gosh, the hero is like, yeah. You do not touch her. Oh, I'll give you just a little snippet because again, I only read like the first 3 chapters. But we have our heroine who is currently in a toxic relationship. And he kind of shows his true colors one night at the local bar. And our hero sees that. And he's like, no. The boyfriend does put his hands on the heroine. So just trigger warning for that. If abuse is triggering, just know that that is in there. And it's on page. And yeah. But our hero look, I'm so excited I can't talk. That man, he doesn't let it happen. He doesn't let it stand. And we love that. That's all I got so far in the book, but it's on its way to a 5-star. Okay, those are it. Those are the 10 books that I just put together to be like, these could potentially be 5 stars if I were to ever read them. You know, let me know down below if you have ever read any of these books, or like what constitute like a 5-star for you. Like going into a book, if you're looking for books and you're like, this is going to be a 5-star for me, like what is it that makes it a 5-star? Or if you just want to leave me an emoji to let me know that you are here, leave me a gold star emoji because hello, it's in the title. It has to be that emoji. But if you are new here and enjoyed this video and would like to see more content from myself, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And If you just enjoyed this video, just be sure to give it a thumbs up as well, because it really does help the video reach new viewers. My social media is linked down below. As always, my Goodreads and my Instagram if you would like to stay friends or behind the scenes or just what I'm reading on a day-to-day basis. The next videos for you guys will be my June TBR next week, and then the week after will be my birthday book haul. So I hope you guys are ready for those, but I hope you guys are having a great day, night, or evening, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.